in schools, like I learned that at a very early stage in my life. Teachers want to listen to the people that raise up their hand first. They don't mind those people that are quiet and they don't talk in class. They just sum it up in their head that you see those quiet ones are the olodos, they don't know what to say. And then they feel like even if you are saying rubbish, but the fact that you are raising up your hand, you know what you're saying, or you are the smart one. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adesola. If you are seeing my face for the very first time, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are a regular subscriber, you know how we do it. Welcome back to my channel. So today, I'm sure you must have seen a little bit about what I'll be talking about today. Basically, I'll be talking about personality type, right? Whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, or you don't even know which one of them you are, you know what, this video is for you. So let's get right into the video. So I have a data that I'll be using for this video. I went on my Instagram, I created a poll and I wanted to know what people think, right? I asked them some questions that will help you determine if you're an introvert or an extrovert, basically asking this or that. Oh, are you this, are you that, do you like this, do you like that, on my Instagram page. And some of them, responded. I was so happy that we have over 100 responses, because you know how people can be. I decided to add some fun questions to the poll, but majorly it was about determining whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. Before I go on and analyze the poll, before I go right into the analysis, I would like to ask you, what personality type do you think you are? Do you think you're an introvert or do you think you're an extrovert? If you want to determine whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, I'd like to ask you this question also. If you went out to a party or a gathering and it lasted for like 6 hours, after that 6 hours, how do you feel? Do you feel like, oh my god, I want to go home? Or you feel like, man, this is getting really late, I want to stay here, I like this energy, I can do this all day, let's keep talking, let's keep vibing? Or you feel like, my bed is calling my name? Which one of them do you feel? If you feel like, man, I'm enjoying this, I want to talk more, I want to network, I want to vibe more, then you're an extrovert. But if you feel like, it feels like we've been doing this for so long, I want to go home, where can I escape to, where can I go to, oh my god, I just want to be alone, we've been having this gathering for so long, then you are an introvert. These two personality, right, is great. However, there are some people that say that, well, sometimes I feel like I don't want to go out, or sometimes I feel like I want to be by myself, and then sometimes I feel like, yes, I want to network and stuff. Then they might be an ambivert. While I conducted the poll on Instagram, some people were like, well, I'm not an introvert, I'm not an extrovert, I'm just somewhere between. I can be an introvert sometimes and I can be an extrovert sometimes. Well, that is very possible, because even if you're an introvert all the time, then something is wrong with you. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, like, according to research, if you are at the extreme end of the introvert, I'm an introvert, I'm all of those stuffs all the time, I'm sorry, but something is wrong with you. And if you're an extrovert all the time, you want to always go out, you want to always shout, you want to always party, you want to always, I'm not saying being an extrovert is being loud. It just means that you feed from the energies of others. So you want to always talk, you want to always be among people because you feed from that energy. That's what makes you feel alive, right? So yes, if you're an extrovert all the time, then something is wrong with you. I feel like at some point you have to be able to balance it, and as an introvert, go out of your comfort zone to be an extrovert sometimes, and as an extrovert, be out of your comfort zone to be an introvert sometimes. Because as an extrovert, you need to you need solitude, basically, because even in the Bible, God didn't talk to people when they are in a crowded place. Sometimes God will say, go to the wilderness, and the Spirit of God entered the person and the person went to the wilderness. Like, when God wanted to speak to Moses, like, it was the burning bush thing, it was not with a crowd of people. When Satan wanted to tempt Jesus, right, it was when Jesus went into the wilderness to fast and pray. Like, Do you get? So I feel like at some point we all need solitude, but I feel like at the same time it should not be, oh, every time you just want to be in solitude, you just want to, because if you're an introvert all the time, trust me, opportunities will pass you by, because in your mind you're like, I just want to be by myself, I just want to be alone, I just want to be, opportunities that can help you will still pass you by. So I feel like it's okay to be an introvert or an extrovert as long as you know your powers. Basically, you know your power, basically. Yes. So I've been doing a lot of research about it, and that's why I felt the need to talk about it. And then I realized that a lot of people feel like they're extrovert while they're really an introvert. So I started reading this book by Susan Cain. I'm sure some of you know the book, but if you don't know the book, please go and check it out. It's called Quiet. And then I realized that more than half of the population of the world are introverts. So I'm like, so what's going on? Why is everybody are claiming to be extrovert? And then I realized that, well, people are claiming to be an extrovert at this day and age because people feel like you have to be an extrovert to be successful. In schools, like I learned that at a very early stage in my life, that even in schools, teachers want to listen to the people that raise up their hand first. They don't mind those people that are quiet and they don't talk in class and they don't have anything to say. They just sum it up in their head, and you see those quiet ones are the olodos. They don't know what to say, and then they feel like even if you are saying rubbish, but the fact that you are raising up your hand, you know what you're saying, or you are the smart one. And then I just, well, as a child at the time, I keyed into it. Anytime they say they want to ask questions, I'm always raising my hand, and it was helping me because I was getting good grades in school, because teachers automatically will like you because you are interactive, you want to talk in class, you want to respond. If they want to know whether they're teaching right, they look at your face and then you're like, yes, we understand what you're saying. I'm sure some of you can relate. And then the people in the class that are not talking, that they're not interested, but they feel like, I'm following you, don't worry, just keep talking. They're the people that teachers don't really like them. Even if they have good grades, they don't really like them because they feel like this one that is not always talking in class. And I feel like that's very wrong in the school system in Nigeria. I'm sorry. Because I'm raising my hand doesn't mean I will get it correctly. Because I'm raising my hand doesn't mean I'm the smart one. Like, the one that is not even talking might even know it better than me, and it's just probably not wanting to talk because they don't fit from that energy. They get that energy when they are alone, and people like that tend not to like group works because they feel like I can get better solutions than everybody putting their heads together. Not because they're smarter, but because they stay longer with problems, so they will come up with better solutions than people that are doing group works. And people like that tend to like be able to think alone. I think I'm giving up all the good things. So let's get right into the poll that I conducted on Instagram. So let's get right into the business. So I said, please take the survey. Are you ready? 91% of the people said yes, dancing, we're ready. Then 9% of the people said no, tongue out. Well, most of the 9% still did it, so they were just basically joking. About 100 people responded to this poll. Crazy. So I asked moon or star. Then 37% said moon and 63% said star. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting this. If half of the population are introverts, why is it that everybody wants to become a star? I'm not getting it. But then I thought about it and I said, okay, you know what, maybe because people are more familiar with the word, star girl, star boy thing, and that was why a lot of the people said star. Because if you were to ask somebody like me, I'll probably go for moon. Next, I asked tea or coffee. That's just one of the questions that will make people continue to answer the questions. Where a lot of people said tea. Moving on, I asked introvert or extrovert. 44% said they are extrovert, while 56% said they are introvert. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, that means we have more introverts on my Instagram page than we have extrovert. And I'm like, okay, that's not bad. Then I went to ask open desk or private office. Then 10% said open desk and 90% said private office. I'm like, what's going on? Well, isn't that the extroverts now like private office? Because extroverts are the ones that are supposed to like open desk because they feed from the energy of others. Then I just realized that, okay, maybe I could have said open office, or open office versus closed or private office, because I feel people just are like, which one is open desk? I want to have my own private office, I want to be bougie and stuff. So I think that's why. Next, I said ice cream or yogurt. One of those questions that make people continue to answer. Then I said meditate or exercise. 61% said exercise, while 39% while 39 said meditate. So this one got me thinking that if you're an introvert, you want to meditate. I'm sorry. Exercise, yes, is good because most extroverts want to exercise because they feel like, you know what, I have to have a perfect body so that people can see me and say, yo, your body is, on point and all of those stuff. While introverts, not like they don't care about, their physical body, but they care more about their mental or well-being. The drill is that exercise makes you look younger than your age, right? While meditating makes your brain younger than your age. I don't know if you get the drill, but it means that if you like to meditate and you meditate a lot, your brain, if you're like maybe 20, your brain is like the brain of a 15-year-old child. So you automatically think faster, you think better, you solve problems better because a 15-year-old child's brain is still very, But if you like to exercise, if you're like maybe 20, you probably look 15 because you exercise a lot, right? So I was surprised that a lot of, even though I have more introverts, people still wanted exercise more than they wanted meditate. So I don't know whether because of the whole social media idea of, you have to be physically fit. So people are more concerned about their physical fitness than they are of their brain or their mind, basically. So yes, let's move on. So the next one, this one got me angry because it was just one of those questions that I placed there for people to continue to answer the question. So I asked pretty woman on notebook, then people 73 went for pretty woman, and I'm like, what? Isn't that people don't know notebook? Like, notebook is as big as pretty woman, right? And then I was expecting maybe a 55-45, 50-50, 60-40, not this drastic, like this far apart score. And it just got me like, okay, maybe a lot of people haven't even seen notebook, or people just felt like, pretty woman, this one sounds like something that should be better or something. I don't know. So next I asked, video meeting or in-person meeting. So this one is one of the things that make you realize whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. But again, 32 went for video meeting. Like, what's going on? If you're an introvert, you don't want to see like anything that we can say on video call or video meeting. Let's say it, as long as we get this problem solved, let's just do it on like in-person meeting. If this question was asked in like maybe 2018 and people said in-person meeting, I'll be like, okay, no problem. But with the pandemic and stuff, people realize that we can be doing all the meetings that we are doing around the table, and we are trying to solve a problem, discussing around the table. Like, we can do it through Zoom and the rest of the platforms that are available for video meetings. So I really did not understand why a lot of people went for in-person meeting, but because I feel like they think more and better when they're in a quiet position. So people like that will not read with music. People like that will not be able to think well when there's a lot of noise in the background. But for extroverts, that is what gives them, like, they want to read with music playing. They want to be able to think when people are there because they feel like that gives them the energy to think well. So I don't know why introverts are soliciting for in-person music, for in-person meeting. Understanding the personality of people will help you relate well with people. So recently, one honest personality came on Instagram and said, oh, you see those people who don't talk, who are very quiet, they are the wicked ones. But people think that we talk and we are, social, we are the wicked ones. I'm like, that's not true. If you are wicked, you are wicked, whether you are quiet or you are not quiet. Because that is their personality. Do you want them to, like, they can't do better than that because that is who they are. They feed from the energy. Like, that's what makes them feel like, okay, I'm active, I'm alive, I'm living. Bill Gates is an introvert. Obama is an introvert. Like, a lot of people. Introvert. Like, I can keep mentioning names of people that you'd be like, Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook guy, is an introvert. Going back to what the honest personality lady said, I can totally understand where she's coming from. But probably did something today that they didn't like. It doesn't mean that they would talk sometimes. Sometimes you just feel like, okay, you know what, I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. But then you do something that they don't like, they now respond and you're now saying, oh, quiet people are the wicked ones. Even it doesn't mean that. It means that they can't take it anymore. You've been doing it and they've been taking it. Basically, so I feel like whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, you have your parts. It doesn't mean anybody's wicked. It just means that is who people are. And I feel like the more people, especially in workplace, understand this personality type, the more it is better for them. So they don't force introverts to attend in-person meetings. They don't force extroverts to do tasks alone, right? Because it's a yin and yang thing. Like, you need introverts in this world and you need extroverts in this world, because if they're not introverts, everybody's an extrovert. How do you think the world will be? Or everybody's an introvert, nobody wants to talk to anybody, everybody wants to be alone. It really doesn't make sense. Like, being an introvert is not a curse. Being an extrovert is not a curse. It just means that is the person you are in the core of your soul, and that is okay. That is fine. Just find your power and, be good. I asked again that, do you like group work or you rather work alone? Sen said they like group work, while 55 said they like to work alone. And I think this is the perfect question. What it's clear, like 45, I want to work in group, 55, I want to work alone. And this is just a very good poll. Moving on to the next one, I said rich and famous or rich and unknown. So 30% said I want to be rich and famous, while 70% said I want to be rich and unknown, right? And then this one just struck me because everybody's used to being, I want to be rich and famous, I want to be a celebrity, I want to be a musician, I want to be all of those stuff that people say. And then it just thrilled me to know that people actually want to, they don't want all the drama, basically. And it's just funny because if you're an extrovert, you kind of want the energy because you feed from it. So I don't know, I think this poll is not correct. If you're an extrovert, you want to be rich and famous. If you're an introvert, you want to be rich and unknown. Only if it now puts you in the position whereby you have to be known. If you're an introvert, unless it forces you to be out there, is when you want to be out there. You get my gist? So the next one is roommates or live alone. 29 wants to live with roommates, while 71 wants to live alone. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. Nobody wants to really be living with other people because people can be funny. You don't know people's real character until you start to live with them. So I understood that. And I think that didn't really do the introvert extrovert thing. It's just the way people want. Moving on to leaders or followers. For this one, I was so surprised that some people picked followers, because right from while we were in primary school, I want to be the head and not the tail. I want to be the first and not the last. I want to be a leader and not I'm the leader of tomorrow. I don't want to be a follower. I'm so happy that a lot of people know that they are not leaders. Not everybody is a leader, I'm sorry, but there are some people who they lead with, like, they're leaders. They do it effortlessly, right? And there are some people that they are just followers, because not because they don't have that zeal, but because they know that they do better when they listen to instructions and when they follow other people. It doesn't mean that they're less, it just means that's who they are in the core of their soul, right? And for introvert extrovert thing, I feel like more introverts are leaders. I'm sorry, it looks as if I'm tilted to the introvert side, but I'm sorry, but that's just truth. Like, more leaders are introverts because they listen to other people. They want other people's opinion. Like, okay, so what do you think? Or what do you think? Okay, then we can put it together and grow. Like, leaders are not, they are not authoritative. They just lead better with so much charisma, and they carry other people along. They are just good leaders. They are born leaders, basically. But for extroverts, some extroverts are good leaders, but some extroverts are just followers, because if you sometimes leave an extrovert to lead you, I'm sorry, they will do things without consulting you, the introvert. They will just make their decisions, and that's fine, and that's fine, and that's what we're going with. I already made the decision. Like, at any point, if you ask them, oh, like, where are we? Are we on the same page? They're like, I already made the decision. This is what we are doing. I already made the decision. This is what we are doing. Oh yes, that I already handled it. That's because they are probably in all the committees. They're probably in all the seats. Like, they've done it. They've really. You don't want that kind of leader, basically. It's again, listening or talking. Which one do you like to do better, right? And 75 said listening, and 25 said talking. It is in the nature of extrovert to talk. So I'm surprised why 25 went for talking, because they never stop talking. While introverts, they really do not want to talk when it is not necessary. So you see people like that, talk only when it is very necessary and essential for them to talk. Even at that, talking for a very long time, even because they need to talk, they come back to themselves and they need that alone time to recharge, and then they're like, I think I said too much, I think I talked too much, or why did I say that? I said what I was not supposed to say, I talked too much. They just need that alone time to recharge. So I feel like it's okay to talk. Well, I'm talking now. So moving on, emotional logic, it was just another one. 47 said emotion, while 53 said logic. It's okay to work with emotion sometimes, while it's okay to work with logic sometimes. Moving on, eggs or pancake, one of those questions. 40 said eggs, 60 said pancakes. Moving on, so 91% said truthful lie, and I'm like, so where are the people that will tell the truth and they're angry? And then 9% said comfortable lie. If I were to choose, I would have chosen comfortable lie. I'm sorry, but I feel like I demand truth from certain people, and if you are not one of those that I demand the truth from, I'm sorry, you should not be telling me the truth, because I will not even tell you the truth if you did not ask me. So if I did ask you for your opinion about something, do not tell me the painful truth. Just putting it out there. And I said strict rules or loose guidelines. 68 said strict rules, while 32 said loose guidelines. So something about me is that I like strict rules, and all of those things, what you should do, modus operandi. I like strict rules. Come on. But when it comes to like using medication, they will not say you have to, chew it but don't swallow it. I don't do that kind of thing, or your life depends on it. I don't like to do things like that, or they'll say put it in your eyebrow but don't let it reach your eyeball. I'm like, nah, don't worry, that kind of rule is too strict. Let's just stick to, okay, in case it reaches your eyeball, you can wash it away, you can rinse it away, that kind of thing. So moving on, I said money or love. 73 said money, while 27 said love. I'm not surprised because this is social media age, so I would have said money too, so that's alright. Next said, so the last question that I asked on my Instagram poll is book smart or street smart. And a lot of people said they are street smart and more than they are, book smart. And I think I don't know, I think I'm the same too. I would say, because I'm more than book smart is when you're book alone, you don't know what's going on the streets. You get me? Like, yeah, nobody wants to be there. More than nobody wants to be that. I'm just saying that no, that's not me, basically. So yes, with that, we have come to the end of this video. This video is so smooth. I think, let me know what you feel like I should talk about next. Ask me questions that you have in the comment section below. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, once again, please subscribe to my channel. I'm sure right now you already have an insight to what personality type that you are. If you're an extrovert, that is your power, use it. If you're an introvert, that is your power, use it. Do not forget, it's a yin and yang situation. We need both introvert and extrovert to make this world a better place. In my other videos, love you guys so much.